time for rock news on 101.1 WJRR, Orlando's rock station. Let's check in with Lynch and Taco and see which rockers are making the headlines for all the right and wrong reasons. 101.1 WJRR.
All right, he's still got about 30 minutes this hour to get in on trying to win that flyaway to our iHeartRadio Music Festival in Vegas for you and a guest, plus $1,000.
The word that you need to text to 200-200 is Vegas, actually. VEGAS. Text that off to 200-200.
Right, specific contest number there to text to 200-200. Want to emphasize that. All right, your rock news for this week. I got news yesterday that funk rock pioneer Sly Stone had passed away, obviously from Sly and the Family Stone. Really laid the groundwork for a lot of other artists, contemporaries of his, and the style that Sly Stone developed that rolled out in 1968. He passed away at the age of 82 after a prolonged battle with COPD and some other underlying health issues. Much more on Sly on our Facebook page if you would like to take a look at that. Obviously, many of you were at one or both of the Metallica shows this past weekend at Raymond James Stadium with JRR. By all accounts, everybody seemed to just have an absolute blast.
I've heard just today, 4 days removed from the Friday show, 3 different people already texted in, oh my God, that show was so awesome. Sundays as well.
Speaking of Sunday's show, one fan in attendance in particular had his attention caught when Kirk and Rob went into their nightly doodle section where they improvise and go off and just jam on something different in every city that they play in on the M72 tour. Those of you who are fans of the death metal genre might have picked up on this. Kirk and Rob featured a segment of Pull the Plug from Florida death metalers Death. Terry Butler, who played bass on that 1988 Leprosy album that featured that song, was there, and he was like, I can't believe these guys are...
No way, Metallica playing my music.
So that is super cool, and it just shows you, and the guys at Metallica, you as a fan, you know this, they're fans of other bands' music as well, and they want to acknowledge that, and they do it in many different ways, and this is just one of those, but I thought that was pretty damn cool, man.
That
of course,
is.
Death started in Chuck's garage, literally off of Palm Springs Road, and right here in Altamont Springs, way back in the day, and paved the way for a whole genre of music.
Yeah, they are. You know what? Metallica just gets it.
Yeah.
Just like that concert they did at that football stadium for all the fans, and it's like everything they do. I mean, like the way they were paying respects to Ice Nine Kills, and that's cool.
Speaking of Metallica, you may have bought a guitar from an anonymous seller on eBay or Reverb. If you have in the past few years, there's a chance you own a Kirk Hammett guitar.
Did somebody steal it?
No, he said he's got all these guitars because he's always buying guitars, and he doesn't like guitars sitting around not being played, so he'll sell them. So in hopes of somebody buying them, he keeps himself anonymous when he sells them. You may have a Kirk Hammett guitar if you've purchased one via eBay or Reverb in the last few years.
Wow,
how about that?
Yeah,
don't know how you would go about proving it, but it's cool to think about.
If you could somehow get in touch with Kirk and be like,
hey dude, does this look familiar? Send him a picture. Triumph, as I hinted at last week, did play a reunion set before the Stanley Cup Final Game 2 in Edmonton this past weekend. They did a 3-song set. Notably missing was bassist Mike Levine. He did not participate with Rick Emmett and Gil Moore for the set. Why did Mike Levine miss Triumph's set after, the band hasn't played together in eons?
And that's a big deal.
You're not going to believe why he missed. It's not that he didn't want to do it. He goes, up here in Canada, we have this socialized medicine, and it takes forever to get an appointment with a specialist. And his appointment with the specialist for whatever he's having done conflicted with that set of 3 songs. So he's like, I don't have to take a pass, guys. I don't want to go to the back of the line again.
That is... Come on.
That was his explanation.
The one-time reunion.
Yeah. All right. The back to the beginning final Black Sabbath performance with the original lineup we all know is July 5th from Birmingham, England, and a host of who's who in hard rock and heavy metal will be serving as openers. It will be streamed. It is going to be streamed. You're going to have to pay for it, though. $29.99 is the price point, and it's going to be streamed on a 2-hour delay. You'll get the whole show, but it's going to be on a 2-hour delay. Now, keep in mind, the show is proceeds from the show will support Cure Parkinson's and the Birmingham Children's Hospital and Acorn Children's Hospice there in England. So at least a portion of the money you're spending on the stream, which will be a 2-hour delay, will be going to some of those charities.
You know what I'm going to ask. Are you doing it? Because we talked about if you could go to it.
It's on July 5th, that holiday weekend. I don't know what I'm going to be doing that weekend. Actually, I do. No, I'm not going to buy it.
Oh, you're going to see your daughter.
I'm going to be on the road that day. I am going to be on the road that day, so no, I'll miss it.
Fantasy.
Stop.
Honey, hold the wheel for 2 hours, okay?
No, it's a 2-hour delay. It's an all-day stream, Tom.
Okay.
It's going to take a little more than 2 hours.
Honey, you're driving.
Now, in a related note here, this is interesting. Sharon Osbourne, and I told you this was, she really, really wanted Rob Halford of Judas Priest in particular to be there. However, Priest has a commitment playing with Scorpions on the Scorpions' 60th anniversary date in Germany.
Yeah, I remember you talking about that.
She is still holding out hope that somehow they'll be able to make it work, as is she's also hoping that Angus Young from AC/DC will show up. She said, we would really like to have Angus there. He's always been a huge supporter of Ozzy's. AC/DC are off that day after starting their European tour in Poland. So is she hinting here maybe that Angus will show up too? That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
That would be cool. Something's up with Rod Stewart's health. He has canceled more upcoming gigs, including a big one at the Glastonbury Festival. He says it's the flu. This is
let's hope that's it.
Looks like about 6 shows so far. And one final note here: I mentioned that Spinal Tap 2: The End Continues will hit theaters September 12th. Anyone who considers themselves a rock fan, I hope you have seen the movie. This is Spinal Tap, the original. If not, you're going to have a chance to and see it in theaters, as well as it's been remastered and remixed to 4K. Restoration of the 1984 mockumentary. It will be in theaters the weekend of July 5th through the 7th. So if you want to check that out on the big screen, you'll be able to. Spinal Tap 2, The End Continues, by the way, will be in theaters as of September 12th.
Okay.
And that would be your rock news for this week.
On demand, download the iHeartRadio app.